Eamonn Holmes has suggested that a potential reason for his marital split could be Ruth Langsford's reluctance to relocate to his homeland, Northern Ireland. The TV star from Belfast expressed his longing to return home and live by the sea. The couple had differing views on their future, with Eamonn keen to move back to Ireland, but Ruth firmly stating her unwillingness to do so. He elaborated, "I've always pined to go back to Belfast, because that's what I associate with company and friendship and crack. I'd love to have a house nowadays, probably a bungalow with a sea view. I'd love to breathe in sea air, and I always associate that with Ireland. I think that would make me happy. Trouble is, Ruth wouldn't go. That's a little snag. She wouldn't go. I do like the idea. I do like the idea of being there." The television icons surprised their fans when they announced over the weekend that their 14-year marriage had ended. Before their separation, Eamonn and Ruth, both aged 64, lived in a luxurious 6-bedroom house in Weybridge, Surrey. However, during a conversation with Kay Adams for her How to Be 60 podcast last year, Eamonn confessed that he never felt England was his home and that he missed his family in Northern Ireland, reports The Mirror. "I've never taken to London life, it's never been for me. It's not what I would call home," he shared. "I go back to Ireland all the time and everybody I know is there. My 4 other brothers, 2 of my children and my grandchild is there as well. So, it's always had a call for me to be back in Northern Ireland. That stretch of water is a big divide. I find London can be very lonely. I don't have the same friendships or camaraderie with people that I know in London, because it's all so disparate and far apart. I've never felt it to be home or somewhere that I would call home. You need mates. In the London area you're miles away from everyone." During the frank conversation, he also revealed to Kay, who works alongside Ruth as a panelist on ITV's Loose Women, that his wife disapproves of his hobby of purchasing old childhood toys on eBay and doesn't allow him to display them at home. "It meets disdain from my wife. I tend to look up toys from when I was about 10 years of age, so anything to do with Airfix, soldiers, Captain Scarlet toys, Dinky, Corgi, things that made me very happy when I was young," he said. And then Ruth shouts, "Things arrive and she doesn't allow them in the house and she calls them dust collectors. I'm not allowed to display anything. When I was a kid, I had lots of Action Men and I tried to start buying Action Men, but Ruth put the kibosh on that as well." He revealed that Ruth credited his sense of humor as the glue in their marriage, saying she had remarked, "If you didn't make me laugh so much, we'd be divorced." The duo was known for their on-air spats and banter during their time co-hosting This Morning, yet they always maintained that their squabbles were rooted in love. Their marriage was often cited as one of the most enduring in the television industry. They shared the screen as co-presenters on ITV's This Morning until 2021. While Ruth continued her role at ITV, anchoring Loose Women, Eamonn took up a new position with GB News. Returning to the breakfast program post-bank holiday, he expressed gratitude for the outpouring of support following the announcement of their separation on Saturday. He stated, "Just before we move on, I would just like to thank people for your support for Ruth and I over the last few days as to the news of our separation. Your support for both of us is very much appreciated. Join the Daily Record WhatsApp community. Get the latest news sent straight to your messages by joining our WhatsApp community today. You'll receive daily updates on breaking news as well as the top headlines across Scotland. No one will be able to see who is signed up and no one can send messages except the Daily Record team. All you have to do is click here if you're on mobile, select Join Community and you're in. If you're on a desktop, simply scan the QR code above with your phone and click Join Community. We also treat our community members to special offers, promotions, and adverts from us and our partners. If you don't like our community, you can check out anytime you like. To leave our community, click on the name at the top of your screen and choose Exit Group. If you're curious, you can read our privacy notice. Earlier, he confessed to having an emotional weekend, which viewers initially thought related to his personal life, but he clarified it was due to Manchester United's victory over Manchester City in the FA Cup final. Discussing the match with co-host Isabel Webster, he said, "The weekend was just marvelous, marvelous, marvelous. The FA Cup final was one of the greatest cup finals there has ever been. It got me there. Yeah, it's emotional."